Hello there, this is Alan.
And I'm Lizette.
Welcome to United ITV News, a program that will show you what's happening at United ISD.
You'll see events and activities that take place in our district.
On today's show, United High School gets a $60,000 scholarship from St. Mary's University in San Antonio.
An Alexander High School student, Eros Rangel, tells us about his brush with terrorism.
Those stories and more are coming up
On this exciting edition of United ITV News.
The United High School robotics team earned first place at a competition at St. Mary's University in San Antonio.
Because of this, one fortunate robotics team member could earn a scholarship worth a total of $60,000.
The scholarship is for someone pursuing a degree in engineering, science, or technology as a full-time student at St. Mary's University. A brief presentation was held for robotics team members.
We're so excited to build this relationship with students from United, especially with our STEM studies at St. Mary's. The university is doing a lot of amazing things right now, and these are exactly the kind of students we want. I'm very excited to be here, and I'm looking forward to an amazing day.
The scholarship is for 4 years. The university will award the scholarship winner with $15,000 each year.
Local piano prodigy and Alexander High School junior Eros Rangel recently played a piano selection at Carnegie Hall in New York City. Besides playing the piano in a world-famous venue, there was more excitement in store for Eros and his family.
You see, I entered a competition called the Sonatina and Sonata International Competition. And I actually entered with a Beethoven sonata called the Tempest Sonata, Sonata number 17 in D minor. And I actually got a grand prize, and that consisted of actually being able to perform at Carnegie Hall.
His musical selection was the Rhapsody No. 2 in G minor by Brahms. Eros has been playing piano since the age of 7. Eros tells us how his visit to New York was also marked by another less fortunate event.
I was at a pizzeria enjoying some pizza with my family when there was some commotion outside. I didn't quite know what it was, and it actually turns out that a few blocks away there was an explosion. Obviously, it was the explosion that actually got quite a lot of attention in the news.
Despite this brush with history, Eros and his family were unharmed.
Dania Gonzalez, a student athlete at Alexander High School, signed a letter of intent to play women's basketball at TAMU. A signing ceremony was held in the school's gym.
I'm very excited today. I'm very excited to be with my friends and family here, enjoying this moment. I couldn't have done it without all my teammates and my family and my coaches. I thank them very much, and I'm very excited to finish off this season with my teammates and play basketball at TAMU.
Dania lettered in basketball every year at Alexander. She was named to the all-district team. She was also named Offensive MVP. While at TAMU, Dania wants to major in psychology. She is grateful to her family and her coach for their support and encouragement.
Melanie Gamboa, a student athlete at OBJ High School, signed a letter of intent to play softball with the Dust Devils of TAMU. Melanie says she is happy she will be playing softball at the university level.
I've been playing since I was 4 years old, so my dream has always been to be a college athlete, and softball has definitely been my first priority for a while.
After signing the required paperwork, Melanie took time to pose for pictures with her teammates and friends.
HOSA Week was proclaimed in Laredo. It happened at a special gathering at LBJ High School. The proclamation was read by an official from City Hall. The week of November the 14th was proclaimed National HOSA Week in Laredo. HOSA stands for Health Occupation Students of America.
HOSA is a national organization where students learn leadership skills. They learn to be active throughout the community, as well as an integration of the program we have here in high school.
Following the proclamation, the students listened to a presentation from the local medical examiner, Dr. Corinne Stern. The students caught a glimpse of the fascinating world of forensic pathology.
United South High School gave its students a chance to listen to distinguished speakers from the community. The speakers tried to influence students in a positive way. One day of the youth conference was devoted to girls, another day was devoted to boys. The speaker spoke to the students for 30 minutes. They were then rotated to a different room to address a new audience of students. They invited guests and spoke of topics like building self-respect, leadership, and determining one's role in life. The speakers would like for these students to realize that they can contribute to society's betterment in their own way. Event organizers want students to know that through hard work and dedication, goals can be achieved.
Well, we target our juniors because in order to help them make choices as they are thinking about graduation and making decisions in their careers, and just hoping to motivate our kids to maybe continue in the path that the role models are here for.
This is the school's 6th year that it hosts a youth conference for its students.
The Panther Nation at United South High School came together at a pep rally. This rally was to support the football team in its effort against the Coyotes of La Jolla High School. United South won its district for the first time since 1999. Members of the 1999 Panther squad were invited to the pep rally. The team did win its game against La Jolla. Their last playoff opponent was San Benito.
Students at the Cherish Center held a mock presidential election. The students exercised their choice to vote for our nation's 45th president. Teachers carried fat heads of Hillary and Donald through the classrooms at the Cherish Center. Each candidate tried to garner the most votes among the student body.
Here in the classroom, we also do current events, so they watch the news. And in the news, they have a lot of questions, so and I saw that most of them had their candidate. They already knew who they wanted to vote for. Our students are of voting age. They can vote, but many of them don't get the opportunity to go out there and vote. They're not registered. So I asked them if they wanted to do a mock election here at the Cherish Center, and they were all into it. So my class is the business media class, and in my class we do posters, we do banners, we do a lot of creative things in there. So this was an opportunity to teach them how to use a lot of the machinery we have in the classroom, and also to teach them about current events and real events that are going on. Being the controversial election that it was this year, I thought it was important for them to voice also their choice of president for the next 4 years.
The Molina Foundation presented several schools and nonprofit groups with 60,000 new books in Webb and Zapata counties. The books have a retail value of $450,000. The books are for groups that serve families in need. The schools and other groups sent trucks, vans, and other vehicles to pick up their books. L&F Distributors, a regional corporate partner of the Molina Foundation, donated its warehouse space.
And we have a pretty big mission. It's to reduce disparities in access to education and health. We know that children from low-income families are growing up without access to words in their homes, and what we're able to do with these books is provide brand new books to fill home libraries.
Local volunteers and student groups helped with the loading and unloading. The donated books are in English and in Spanish. They include children's storybooks, activity books, and work study books. These books are appropriate for students from the preschool to high school. The distribution effort is part of a family literacy campaign organized by the foundation. Molina Healthcare is a major corporate supporter of the Molina Foundation.
A press conference was held for the Heroes Run Wild for Scholars Run and Walk event. The goal is to raise scholarship money for qualified high school seniors. The press conference was held in the Central Office Boardroom. Heroes Run Wild for Scholars offers a fit and healthy start to the new year.
This year what we're doing is we are honoring all our first responders in our community. We thought it would be a good tribute to them for all of the work that they do for our community to keep us all safe. And in addition to that, we are also honoring the memory of Karina Villarreal and Adriana Rodriguez, who were our educators in our community.
The event is scheduled for Saturday, January 21st at the Bill Johnson Student Activity Center. There will also be a health fair for those taking part in the run walk. The early registration fee will be $20 for adults and $10 for students. Participants can expect a t-shirt, a certificate of participation, and a medal for division winners. One of the event sponsors, Blue Cross Blue Shield generously donated $10,000. In addition, a Zumba masterclass will be held a week later in the United 9th Grade Campus Gym. All proceeds from the Run Wild for Scholars and the Zumba Master class will benefit eligible students from all 4 United ISD high schools. This marks the 6th year that both events are held.
A press conference was held to announce the 4th annual United ISD League of Legends. This distinguished alumni program seeks to recognize outstanding graduates from all 4 United ISD high schools. The press conference was held in the UISD boardroom. Nominations are currently being accepted for induction into the League of Legends.
The form is online, uisd.net, or you can come and pick up a form here at the administration building on Lindenwood, fill it out, submit it. You can nominate yourself or you can nominate somebody else.
Nominees must have graduated from a United ISD high school. Also, people may not be nominated until at least 5 years after their graduation date. Judges are looking for nominees who have rendered outstanding service to our country, our community, or others in need. The League of Legends seeks candidates who have made significant contributions in their career or profession. Nomination forms are available on the UISD website.
Cuellar Elementary takes part in the Leader in Me program. Students are taught lessons and take part in activities based on Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Since the program was implemented in 2012, students have learned how to effectively interact with teachers and fellow students. School officials say the Leader in Me program has made a positive difference in the learning environment at Cuellar Elementary. The school hosted a Leadership Day activity.
We wanted to have an opportunity to have our annual Leadership Day where we invite members from the community, members from our district to come in and see what our kids are learning. It's a great opportunity for our students to shine and show the 7 habits. To talk about being proactive, beginning with the end in mind, putting first things first, and having that goal of reaching to college. So we had a great day today. We want to thank all the people who came to support us, and it was a great event, a great opportunity again for our students to shine.
Coming up on United ITV News, Commerce Bank helps elementary school students learn about the responsibilities that go with being an adult.
And several United ISD schools take time to honor our nation's military veterans.
Don't change that channel.
You're watching United ITV News.
School safety is our #1 priority. Students should always report bullying to adults, say no to drugs and alcohol. Attend class every day.
Be sure to report any criminal activity or suspicious activity to campus police. Remember, texting and cell phone use in school zones is prohibited when driving in school zones. Always watch out for kids at crosswalks and when loading on and off buses. Keep our kids safe.
Studies show that parents who are actively involved in their children's education more than double their chances of graduating from high school and even going on to college. Make time to get to know your child's principal, teachers, and counselor. Volunteer and get involved in your child's school activities. Even the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Invest in your child's future today.
United ISD now has a virtual crime watch program that makes it easy to report a crime anonymously.
Just download the free UWatch app from the iTunes Store. This app allows citizens to report a crime or send a tip anonymously.
You can even attach video, photos, audio, or any other information to your tip.
With UWatch, the power to report and prevent crime can now be found in the palm of your hand.
We know where the location is at. We're going to go take care of it right now.
Help keep our schools and communities safe.
Arntville, a new community run by students, has been established with the help of Commerce Bank.
In Arntville, students learn about maturity and taking on big responsibilities.
After a ceremony and a ribbon cutting, Arntville was proclaimed open for business. Set up inside for Arndt Elementary, Arntville seeks to teach students the lessons that come with running a community.
The value of money, that it takes hard work, the value of savings, the value of investing, the fact that there are no free lunches in this real world. It's a little mini-tropolis, and we operate in the free enterprise system, and the free enterprise system creates jobs and helps a lot of people. And like I said also in the speech, that we live in the greatest country in the world simply because of this free enterprise system, and the bank tries to emulate that in the real world and try to teach these kids what the real world is all about.
Children are involved tremendously throughout the entire year. We do have Artville openings throughout the entire year. The grand opening is the one that we do with Commerce Bank. And the children are always learning everything about what they are expected to do in a community of what we are about, Artville.
Artville has its own government. The small community also features several businesses that are run by the students. Financial transactions are conducted at the Artville branch of Commerce Bank. Students are also able to make purchases at local businesses. Through the role-playing exercise, students learn valuable lessons in becoming a responsible adult.
We want to make sure that these kids, when they go into the real world, understand financial literacy, understand what it is to work and to have value of their own lives.
Besides learning about the responsibilities of having a job, students also learn about the role of money and credit.
Casanopolis, a community run by students, has been established with the confines of Cason Elementary. In Casanopolis, students take on adult-sized responsibilities. Set up inside of Cason Elementary, Casanopolis seeks to teach students about the responsibilities that accompany grown-up life. Besides having its own government, Casanopolis features several businesses that are run by the students.
We have our IBC Bank, we have a banking system here at the school, we have a city council, we have a post office, we have a utilities department and many other departments that actually where students apply what they're learning out in the community here in the school setting. And in our setting, it's like clubs, but we're applying those skills that they'll be able to use in their everyday life.
And it's a real-life experience, mini metropolis, if you will, with different businesses, including IBC Bank, so that the children themselves can have real-life experiences of banking, of city council, and different businesses who participate in the metropolis.
Following the opening ceremony, students are invited guests had the chance to visit Casanopolis. Educators say Casanopolis helps foster qualities that employers are looking for. Students obtain critical thinking and communication skills. They learn how to work together through this role-playing exercise. Students learn about running communities and businesses. Besides learning about the responsibilities of having a job, students also learn basic financial literacy. They also learn how to use money and credit.
Honoring our nation's military veterans each November is a tradition at United High School. The Longhorn Nation sets aside some time to let local veterans know that their service to our country is still appreciated.
We have a country that's based on laws, and the civilian has the power and control over the military because the president is the commander-in-chief and he's not part of the military. And we want them to understand and know that whoever becomes president, we back him. Our America will be strong because our nation is so strong because of the military. So the commitment that we have to this country is to honor our veterans for this day.
United High School's Veterans Day ceremony took place in the cafeteria. Local veterans took center stage during this event. The veterans were presented with a small token of the school's appreciation. The event featured performances by the choir and the Longhorn Band. United High School paid a fitting tribute to those who have honorably served in our nation's armed forces.
Freedom isn't free, and many of our nation's veterans have paid a heavy price for the freedoms we take for granted. United South High School took time to recognize the contributions veterans have made to our country's liberty and the way of life. The gym at United South High School was the scene of a ceremony held to honor our nation's military veterans. Those who have served in the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force, the Marines, and the Coast Guard were honored by students and staff.
It is an event that we've been celebrating yearly, and it has actually grown, and we're really, really proud of our students. Our ROTC is the leading force behind this presentation, and they did a great job today in putting everything together.
The event began with veterans walking into the gym to a big round of applause. Several students composed poems and read them to the veterans. United South paid a solemn and important tribute to the men and women who have honorably served in our nation's armed forces.
Clark Middle School hosted a reception for local military veterans. Let's take time to revisit the memorable event.
Like, don't expect me to be back. I don't know what's going to happen. That was a sad story for all of us, right? Then, when I was about to ETS, when I was about to finish my time in 2003 in April, that's when the war started in Iraq. I did lose a lot of friends over there. I remember them every time, every day in the morning when I do Pledge of Allegiance. I want to tell you all veterans that are here, thank you for serving our country. You guys are awesome, and I take pride every year when I'm here in my classes. I always take pride with my students to remind them how lucky they are to be here, to be sitting down in air conditioning in these classes. I mean, they don't know, they have no idea. And I tell them not to take it for granted. And I take pride in everybody standing up and saying the Pledge of Allegiance and remembering our veterans.
United Middle School took time to thank our military veterans. The school hosted a brief ceremony.
We're celebrating Veterans Day. We've had our students invite their friends and family members who have participated in the armed forces. We want to honor them today at this campus.
The veterans heard from local district attorney Isidro Chilo Alanis. The students from the United Middle School Orchestra entertained the veterans with several pieces of music. The ceremony concluded with all veterans present being thanked for their service to our country.
United South Middle School took a moment to thank military veterans in our community. The students gathered in the gym with some veterans from all branches of the military. The honored guests were welcomed by the school. The veterans waited in the library and then were shown to the gym for the ceremony.
I think it's a very special moment and of course a learning experience for our students to understand the value of the great country that we have and to honor those who have sacrificed their lives, their time. Many of our veterans who are survivors and those who are not here with us have been instrumental in securing that our students and us, we enjoy the freedoms that we have in our nation.
The veterans were presented with a token of the school's esteem. This was the school's way of expressing its gratitude to the veterans for the service to our country.
Students and staff at the De Llano Elementary held a program to honor local veterans. The event was filled with patriotic music and performances by students.
Veterans Memorial Elementary held a ceremony to thank our country's veterans for their service in the armed forces. The event was filled with patriotic songs and goodwill to some invited veterans.
In conjunction with Student Council, they did a fundraiser to collect food cans that we are going to give it to our Veterans Coalition so that they can be given to the community and all the veterans that we have here in Laredo. We also joined in partnership with HEB and they gave us $300 in $10 donation. And this money is also going to be given to our local veterans. We also have our third graders that have a program for them. and it's going to be a Pilgrim's Play. We just want to honor all our veterans and thank them for everything that they've done for us and for helping us preserve our freedom and our liberty here in the United States.
Some United ISD schools took part in the Veterans Day Parade in downtown Laredo. Let's take a moment to watch some highlights.
Now I'm wearing army grin.
The Elementary Honors Choir is made up of the best choir students in our district. Recently, these talented singers performed their annual Christmas holiday concert. Let's take a look.
The Newman Elementary Choir recently held its annual holiday celebration concert. The event has become a tradition for Newman Elementary community. Here are some highlights of the concert.
And still need help somehow. I'm not a child, but my heart still can dream. So here's my lifelong.
We'll be back after these important messages.
You're watching United ITV Student News.
United ISD and the Sheriff's Office is committed to keeping our community safe from distracted driving.
It's not worth it. Don't text and drive. It can wait.
Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
And we have our own YouTube channel.
You've been watching United ITV News.
We hope you enjoyed our show.
Once again, I'm Alan Luna.
And I'm Lizette De Leon.
Thank you for watching.